College football royalty.
National champions at long last.
Two elite programs.
Georgia, Alabama.
An enduring tradition of success.
Herschel, there's a hole. 5, 10, 12, he's running over people. Oh, you Herschel Walker.
Iconic battles that span more than a century.
Fake the Brown. Stafford wants to go for it all right here. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Georgia wins!
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
Its next chapter is about to be written. This is the Alabama-Georgia rivalry. Today we'll be taking a look at 11 of the best games in chronological order, so sit back, relax, and enjoy some classic bouts between these two powerhouses. In 1965, 5th-ranked and defending national champion Alabama came to Athens as heavy favorites. Surprisingly, Georgia would jump out to a 10-0 lead with a pick-6 in the second quarter. But Alabama would come back in the second half, going up 17-10 late in the fourth quarter. Soon after, Georgia found themselves facing a third down from their own 27-yard line. Georgia's young head coach Vince Dooley then decided to call a trick play that originated from his childhood days in the streets of Mobile, Alabama.
We used to have what we call a lateral pass back, in which you'd throw the ball high, you'd jump up in the air, and somebody would be trailing, and as soon as you catch it, you'd flip it back for a lateral coming back around.
He said, let's run this play that we used to run, everybody used to run when they were playing out in the yard. And so he went through showing Pat Hodgson where to go, Taylor where to go.
And we'd go out and run it 7, 8 times, and it really never worked.
After the hook and ladder, the Bulldogs continued to play gutsy football as they decided to go for 2 to win the game. What makes this win by Georgia even more incredible is that Alabama would go undefeated through the rest of the season and take home the national championship once again. We fast forward 20 years to 1985. This game was a tough defensive battle throughout, and Alabama clung to a 13-9 lead late in the fourth quarter. They had managed to run the clock all the way down to 1 minute and 4 seconds. Based on how the game had gone so far, a good punt and sound defense should secure the victory for Alabama. But then, this happened.
Going after him, but not good. Oh, it's blocked! It is blocked! It is blocked! And into the end zone, and it is touchdown, Georgia! I don't believe it! Kelvin Ruff covers it, and I believe it was Terry Webster who blocked it.
Georgia had gotten their miracle. Now all they needed to do was stop Alabama, who only had 50 seconds and no timeouts remaining, from scoring on this drive.
Good comes in motion, becomes the third wide man on the left side, and Shula throws it as far as he can for good, and it's too long. Today, he has to be it. Shula back, gets some pressure, steps away from it, throws the ball to the sidelines to Richardson, steps out of bounds, up at 45 for a first down, 45 of Alabama. Yelps, another speedster in there. Shula getting good protection, gets it away, Bell's in the middle, and he's down at the 30, and now they're within Van Pippen's range. Here's the blitz. Richardson breaks to the sidelines, has the ball, steps quickly out, inside the 20, out of bounds at the 17, first down Alabama. Here, wouldn't you? Yes, sir. He's open. Bell, and it's touchdown.
In what seemed like no time at all, Mike Shula and Alabama had flipped the script and pulled off one of the craziest miracle wins you'll ever see. On the sideline, Alabama punter Chris Moore couldn't believe it. He had been wiping his tears with a towel and had almost missed his team's late-game heroics. Georgia coaches would later reveal that they had used 4 different coverages in the final 4 plays in an attempt to stop Shula. None of them worked. In 1990, Alabama would control the game, taking a 16-6 lead into the fourth quarter. But the Dogs would come storming back, scoring a touchdown and then getting a 2-point conversion off a halfback pass.
Cummings in motion. Ware wants to throw an option.
The defense then stood strong, giving the offense a chance to drive down the field and win it. It did not seem like Georgia would get into field goal range as they faced a 3rd and 12 from around midfield. Instead of passing, the Dogs chose to hand the ball off to their superstar, Garrison Hurst.
Garrison Hurst. The freshman's got 108 yards.
Brad, it's just like that guy MC Hammer when he says, you know one thing, you can't touch this right here. Oh, that's nice. 2 or 3 nice cuts.
A few plays later, Georgia sent out John Casey in an attempt to take the lead.
Ball is on the 23. 4th down. 109 seconds now, less than that. Field goal. Going to be held on the 30. Casey to try. Bohannon. The kick. Yeah!
With over a minute left and all 3 timeouts, Alabama had more than enough time to drive down the field, and Georgia fans knew that fact all too well.
Dogs lead for the first time. We've been behind for 17 hours. Now we got a 1-point lead, but Alabama's got 3 timeouts. Everything now is extremely large. Georgia suddenly has climbed on top. The team on the bench asked the crowd to get in it again. Here's Alabama trying to save themselves. 59 seconds to go. They're on their own 49 shotgun. Hollingsworth going to take it. Hollingsworth throws out of bounds. Incomplete. The man was diving at it on our 39. Incomplete. Alabama up to the line. Is this the last time of the day for them? 43 seconds. Alabama on their own 44. Where does he throw? A 3 left and 1 right. He's back to throw. He's throwing long to the left. Carswell intercepted on the 33. Carswell fell down on the 40. Carswell intercepted. Carswell saved our Franny. And the Dogs will have the ball on the 40. The team is mobbing Carswell.
This game-sealing interception was the biggest play of Chuck Carswell's career, but he didn't let the glory of the moment get to his head. Once he got to the sideline, he gathered his defensive unit around him. He knelt and he prayed. In 1994, unranked Georgia would travel to Tuscaloosa as significant underdogs against number 11 Alabama. This was Eric Zier's senior year, and the legendary Georgia gunslinger wanted nothing more than to get Georgia's first ever win in Tuscaloosa. The Georgia offense came out firing on all cylinders, jumping out to a 21-7 lead in the second quarter.
Looking for the man, he's got it. Touchdown, Hassan Graham. Over the middle, touchdown. Did he hold on? Yes, Bryce Hunter.
After this touchdown, Zier urged his teammates to stay composed.
Don't go nuts on the emotion, okay? Stay focused, stay calm, and stay relaxed. Stay focused, and let's keep making plays, all right? Make it happen. We're going to get another opportunity.
But Alabama would come back, bringing the score to 21-19 before Zier stepped up once again.
Somebody blew a coverage. Malone will walk in. And the running back away from the right side here. See if they go back to it.
Yep, right over the middle. Simpson, touchdown. He gets the record and the 6 points.
This pass made Zier the all-time leading passer in SEC history, but he couldn't care less about the record. All he wanted was to win the game.
Barker can go long. This time got his man open, and he will head for 6. Patrick Malone. Alabama came back and tied it, and we've been seesaw ever since. Short drop and pressure on Barker. Tries to run. Breaks 1, 2, 3 tackles, and is all the way down to the 38-yard line. Throws it complete. Tight end Tony Johnson. He nailed it.
This field goal gave Alabama a 1-point lead, which meant Eric Zier only had 1 minute to drive the Dogs all the way down the field.
Shovel pass. Hines Ward. 5-10 heading for the sideline, and he will get out of bounds. Steps up and throws it complete again. This time Jerry German. Shovel pass again. Hines Ward dropped behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a third down situation. Third down, clock running. Zings it, and it is dropped. Jeff Thomas couldn't hold on. It's going to be a fourth down situation for Georgia. Here's the ball game.
After the incompletion, Zier would rip off his helmet before yelling at no one in particular. It was a heartbreaking loss, and one that was perhaps symbolic of his entire career. An amazing competitor that shattered the record books, but for one reason or another, had no championships to show for it. 2002 was a highly anticipated ranked matchup, as number 7 Georgia traveled to Tuscaloosa to take on number 22 Alabama. Georgia came into this game with a chip on their shoulder, thanks to some comments from Pat Dye. Dye was Auburn's legendary former head coach and was also a former Georgia football player, having helped the Dogs take home the 1959 SEC championship. Here's what he had to say about his alma mater.
I don't think Georgia's man enough to beat Alabama. Alabama's going to line up and run the football, and they're going to play defense, and I don't believe Georgia's man enough to beat that.
The Dogs didn't take these words lightly, and they came out looking to make a statement.
On the hand of Milton. Milton got out to the 35, to the 30, ran over a guy and took it to the 24. That's Tony Milton from Tallahassee. Comes up into a 5-man line. We're in an I with 2 wideouts. And there's a fumble plus a flag down. Bama's picked it up. Bama's got a man coming down the sideline. Pope, the linebacker. He broke away over the 30, the 25, the 20, but they're going to call it back. We caught him on about the 1-foot line, but there had already and long ago been a flag, and the play will come back. 5-yard penalty on the Dogs before it was snapped.
That might be the best penalty of the season right there.
Penalties in a row that have helped. We're in an I. Toss sweep to Big Musa. Block in the corner. 5, 10, touchdown.
No jinx there.
J.T. Wall, one of the key blocks in the corner. Boy, did Musa get outside around that corner. And we're leading 6-0. Men. We put 9 men on the line, and the kick is up, looking at it, and it is good. He stuck it in there. Ziefel got it, the substitute kicker. He helped them last week when the other guy went down, and he just stuck one through now, a long field goal, and it's 7-3. Our up men came up another 5 yards. Kicks high, trying to pin to the far side, 14-yard line. Terrence Edwards coming this way. 25 broke off away from the man, got to the 30, the 35, the 40, 45, the 50, the 45, and out of bounds. Snap. David Green running to the left with blocking. Fires, and it is intercepted by Alabama on the far sideline around their 35-yard line. Gerald Dixon. Gibson was behind him open. He was sandwiched, but he was in an open space, and Green running to the left missed him and threw it to the Alabama man. He set up, and they set it up, and we block it. And it's out of the flat, and we catch it. We got a man running down on the 20, Bruce Thornton, out of bounds around the 28. We blocked the thing, and Bruce Thornton caught it out on the flat. He had a couple of buddies right with him, and we sprinted it out here in the vicinity of the 30. We'll see where they're going to bring it in, and we've got the ball. Man, we got an interference penalty, and then we went ahead and we got in and blocked it. We've temporarily saved our little 7-3 lead. And Green comes back. They're coming up behind him. He doesn't see him. He throws a long pass to Fred Gibson, who caught the ball. He fell down, but he caught it on his back. Fred Gibson, a sensational catch down on the goal line with Madison, the corner, with him. Caught a one-handed ball lying on his whatchamacallit. and Fred Gibson scored, sliding in the end zone, and it's 13-3. 2 seconds to go and a half. They got 3 wideouts. They're in a shotgun. And Coyle retreats the pass. 3rd down, fires, complete, and it'll be a touchdown. He broke it away and pulled it away from our safety. Fulgham, the fullback, they've been trying to hit kind of deep all day. They hit him right down the middle. They caught us sleeping at one of the safety spots. He caught the ball on about the 5 and pulled our guy across the goal line, and just like that, it's 14-9. Long count before they set it down. We almost got in on that ball. Kick is no good. We're still very, very, very early in the 4th quarter. We're barely in it, but we're leading by 5 points. We've led all day. Bama's linebackers a little close. One of them in particular snapped to Green. They're coming on him. Green going to throw a long fly pattern to Terrence Edwards. Touchdown! Perfectly led play. Green got clobbered after the play, but he threw a perfect strike. Terrence got one step on the defensive back and just came across their goal line as he caught it. Terrence Edwards, a great catch. And David Green really laid that ball in there.
This touchdown gave Georgia a 12-point lead, but Alabama would quickly rally back with a short touchdown run and a crazy pick 6.
Left side, Gibson almost dropped it. Picked off, intercepted by Charlie Pepra. And Pepra goes in, and Alabama has the lead.
The 2-point attempt was no good, leaving the door open for Georgia to take the lead on a field goal. After exchanging punts, the Dogs chewed up clock and got into field goal range.
Now we're only 7.5 yards back. We're on the 22.5. Alabama's got 8 men on the line. We're going to try to win it right here. We kick it up and it's looking all right. Yeah, I think yes. Billy Bennett stuck it up in there with 38 seconds. Now we got to play defense for 38 seconds. And we took the lead back 27-25.
Georgia promptly intercepted the ball on Alabama's first play of the drive, giving the Dogs their first ever win in Tuscaloosa.
Thomas Davis, redshirt freshman, intercepted a ball, throwing short and hard and low, grabbed it and went 8-9 steps. We've got the ball, and it looks like right now we have won a giant road game.
I can't tell you how proud I am of every one of you guys. Y'all, hey, what we talked about, banding together like brothers, right? Nobody gave up, ever. Nobody gave up. It became that war that we thought it would be. It became that 60-minute battle that we thought it would be.
In the post-game interviews, it was clear the Georgia players had not forgotten what Pat Dye had said about them.
It proves that you can't talk. Can't sit here and say what a team can't do. They're not man enough. They're not this. They're not that. You can't talk. A team got to go out and play 60 minutes of football and prove who's the best team, and that we did today.
Here's the thing, though. Pat Dye challenging Georgia's manhood was not some spur-of-the-moment statement. He had carefully planned this in an attempt to help Georgia by firing them up. After his son had called him and asked what in the world he was doing, Dye simply responded, "I did all I could do to help them." His plan certainly worked, and it only added to the legend of this game. 2007 was another exciting ranked matchup, as number 22 Georgia traveled to Tuscaloosa to take on number 16 Alabama. Alabama was 3-0 and had a loaded coaching staff that featured first-year head coach Nick Saban and assistant coach Kirby Smart. But Georgia was the one with the standout players, as their offense was led by quarterback Matthew Stafford and running back Noshawn Moreno. With all these big names involved, this game was bound to be a good one.
They start from the 30 with Thomas Brown in the backfield. Stafford flushed. Throws on the run and complete to the 47-yard line to Muhammad Massaquoi when he got a chance to play. But his numbers are better this year. Here's the flanker screen. Bailey with a catch. First down and more. Bailey down to the 30-yard line. Dumping underneath to Marino, and Marino. They haven't taken a timeout on a critical down like this. It's another screen, and it's going to go for a touchdown with Brown. Well, you could tell they were confused. Guys were pointing at each other, saying, you go this way, no, you go that way, and the middle just opened up. He got the short end of the deal in the NFL The guy knows what he's doing. Stafford under pressure. Somehow got away. Throws and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lionel Mitchell. The two, who is a terrific field goal kicker, will try from 45. And it's good to cut it to a one-touchdown game. And Kiffin is perfect. Stafford runs it, pattern again. This time it's picked off. Rashad Johnson, the safety, with the interception. The longest drive, 43 yards. That's when they went for it on 4th down and didn't make it. Green again. Hello. A foot short.
Watch the sneak here. There it is.
Well, they made it look easy, too. Stafford with a post to Bailey, and Bailey inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Simeon Castile finally wrestled him down, but it's a gain of 33. Have a hand on somebody if you're not altering their body position. Marino on the toss. Touchdown. Long leg. He's hit from 45, missed from 50. This is 48. And just hooked it enough to get it in there.
It's Alabama defense with a 10-point lead.
Alabama has to score, get the ball back, score again. Wilson down the middle, great catch even with contact.
Yes.
Keith Brown hangs up. Good snap, good hold, perfect kick. 20 to 13, Alabama within a touchdown.
With just under 5 minutes remaining, Alabama was trailing by a touchdown. The Crimson Tide had to make this drive count.
3 timeouts, 4:38 for Alabama right now.
2nd and 10, Wilson airs out another one. Brown to the 45. If he had kept his feet, he had a chance to go all the way.
He was there with the 2-minute drive at the end of the half. Already tonight.
Draw play to Upchurch, getting his first chance to play. Upchurch is the running back. He'll get the ball in a draw. Upchurch inside the 10 to the 6.
For them right now. They can stop the clock anytime they want.
1st and goal. John Parker Wilson has to take off. Touchdown! Holy cow!
This was a clutch touchdown, but it left just over a minute on the clock for Stafford to get Georgia into field goal range.
You're Matthew Stafford, the thing to keep in mind, you're not losing. The game is tied. Don't do anything foolish.
4-man rush, throws short. Complete up to the 42. Ball came loose, but it was after the tackle.
It'll stop if they get a first down until they move the chains. Wide receiver screen. Now the clock will stop.
Kill the clock. Blitz coming. Stafford over the middle. Tight end got that one.
They got to get up and spike the ball. They got to get up and spike the ball. The clock will stop until, that's the beauty of college now, with 5 seconds, it won't start until they get the chain set. Plenty of time for Matthew Stafford to spike the ball and kill the clock and set up the field goal.
Takes the snap, kills the clock.
How about Trick Chandler?
Hanson the snapper, Mims the holder, to 2 to win it. Plenty of distance, but it's wide.
Alabama would go first in overtime, but the offense would go nowhere and had to settle for a field goal. This gave Stafford the opportunity to win it with a touchdown.
Bailey to the right and Henderson to the left. The tight end steps off the line of scrimmage. That's Chandler. He goes in motion to the left side. Play action fake to Brown. Stafford wants to go for it all right here. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Georgia wins! Mikey Henderson on the reception. One and done, baby. And there is a huge dog pile in the far corner of the end zone as Georgia has beaten Alabama 26-23, and the dog players are being showered with litter from the far side of the field.
In 2012, number 2 Alabama would take on number 3 Georgia for the SEC Championship and a spot in the BCS National Championship game. The hype surrounding this game was immense, and it would more than live up to the billing in what many consider to be the greatest SEC Championship game ever played.
For former Commissioner Roy F. Kramer, who, with his wife Sarah Jo, is in attendance at this game. Fake! How about that? How about that? It was Lynch to Cummings.
On David Andrews, last play he made the play.
High formation. Murray got a man open. It's Jay Rome, and we have the first score of the SEC Championship. 3 men split wide right. Comes the corner blitz. McCarron into the end zone. Intercepted.
Back shoulder throw.
Eddie Lacy is the running back. McCarron hands it to Lacy, who comes right. Gets a great block, and it's a foot race. Lacy, touchdown, no flags. Looks deep. Oh, he's got a man open. It's intercepted instead. The throw was short. This is Clinton Dix. McCarron will rumble again. Look at that move to the left. 5 seconds to go. Carson Tinker is the snapper. Third quarter. Play action. Murray fires it left side. Got it! Tavares King trying to break the tackle of Dion Blue.
Makes the defensive play.
Second down 10. Gurley.
Oh, it's a great cut by Gurley.
Was it ever? First and goal, Georgia. Murray now 11 of 20. He'll feed Gurley again. He fights for the touchdown. He got it.
Wow.
This one from 49. Foster, it's blocked. Picked up on the run. It's Alex Ogletree all the way for the Georgia touchdown. Michael Williams. They give it to Yeldon. He's got it. Wow! All the way to the 26. Yeldon. Whoa, what a run. Touchdown, Alabama. And Barrett Jones got the key block. I got you.
I got him.
That's too many numbers.
Yes, exactly.
Hand off Lacy, who is back on the field. That spin move gets him out of the tackle. That shoulder move gives him an additional 7 yards. Most of the year, and they certainly are tonight. Oh, wow! 10 yards. First down 10 as they try to come from behind. And here's Lacy. Stiff arm.
In this play. Let's see if he stays with him. He does.
Dives. Touchdown. Aaron Murray, the quarterback, gets the snap. Left side. Oh, what a catch. Or is it? Did it hit the ground?
Oh, no. They called it a catch.
Yes. Murray goes deep down the middle. Tavares King at the 11. High snap. The give to Gurley. Look at him break tackles. Look at him score. Georgia touchdown. Number 31. The freshman, Yeldon, comes right. Got the first down.
Yes, he did.
Goodness. Play action, McCarron. Deep left side, got a man open. Got the touchdown, Amari Cooper.
With just over a minute left in the game, the Georgia defense would hold strong, giving their offense the opportunity to go and win it. Georgia had no timeouts, so just about every play had to be perfect.
Goes right, got it. That's complete to Arthur Lynch, his tight end. They'll run it. He'll try to get out of bounds, does with the first down. Gurley. 3-man rush, Murray up, fires it right, caught. And Arthur Lynch, the tight end, gets out of bounds. Murray deep. King.
Big throw right there.
At the 35-yard line. Number 26, bottom of the screen. Murray. Go, he's got a man. Arthur Lynch.
15 seconds. They're going to get 2 throws to the end zone. They can clock this ball right now, meaning ground it, or they can run a hurry-up play. The clock has started.
12 seconds to go. Murray got it, but the clock is running.
That's the one thing he didn't want to do.
Game over. Alabama faces Notre Dame for the national championship in Miami.
That final play was exactly what Georgia could not have happen, and it occurred in the most unfortunate way possible. The pass was tipped at the line, forcing the receiver to readjust as the ball arrived later than expected. This caused him to slip and fall in bounds, and Georgia could only watch helplessly as the final seconds ticked away. This battle may as well have been the national championship game, as Alabama would stomp Notre Dame 42-14 to take home the national title. In 2018, Georgia and Alabama would face off in one of the most famous national championship games of all time. Georgia looked like the stronger team in the first half as they took a 13-0 lead into the locker room.
From straight back, pressure up the middle, hit as he throws, a downfield shot, and coming back, wins a battle, but it's picked off as Tony Brown went up and just took it away from the receiver. The timing was off, and that was ugly from the start. Just get it off, and it's a 3rd and long run. Can Michelle create some magic? He gets the edge and tight ropes into Alabama territory. And Blankenship does what Papanastas could not. Top receiver Chris Wims, number 6 to the left, hasn't caught a pass yet. Rom took a look downfield, now checks it down, it's complete, and it's Riley Ridley, little brother, making a big impact before Calvin does. And Blankenship remains perfect on the season.
It's also off to the left.
Gotta hurry. Play action from fires down inside the 5, slipping away and reaching for the end zone is Godwin. Yep, Fromm motions out. It's Mecole Hardman instead. The receiver comes in. They hand it. Nope, they keep it. And sprinting to the edge. The Dogs barking in the first half.
At halftime, Nick Saban would make one of the most famous coaching decisions of all time. He decided to substitute Jalen Hurts, his quarterback who had started all 14 games for the Crimson Tide that season, for a true freshman out of Hawaii, Tua Tagovailoa. Tua would take a sack and go 3 and out in his first drive, but Saban decided to stick by his man.
Throwing again. End zone. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs.
3rd down right here for Fromm.
Delivers under pressure. Downfield. Caught! Hardman! A foot race! Escapes and scores! That's good advice. He hasn't been under fire much in meaningful games, as we've said. Rolls, flips it high, into traffic, intercepted. DeAndre Baker made the young fellow pay for a mistake. Extend this lead, any points out of this drive, it's a 3-score game. Fromm again trusted to throw on first down, batted in the air, picked off. The Tide respond, Raekwon Davis. It's another big man interception by Bama, and they're at the 40. This from a yard longer. Not the prettiest, but it's crucial. The Tide.
Any meaningful snaps all year, and it's kind of sparked this Alabama offense.
And now Harris is the 4th tailback, bounces it. Najee Harris in the clear, a powerful run, still battling and slung out inside the 10 by Roquan Smith. Very good at the field goal block when they got Oklahoma's. Don't come after that one.
Productive with Tagovailoa in there.
The lefty. Fires downfield. Judy goes up. Freshman to freshman again. Tagovailoa, plenty of time. Surveying the field. Fires end zone. Touchdown! Tempo. Testing the mettle of this Dogs defense. Tagovailoa, sideline round. It's easy pitch and catch. Keeper. Tagovailoa lowers the head, shows the power.
It had all come down to this: a 36-yard field goal to win the national championship. Georgia would go first in overtime, but their offense would only go backwards, forcing Rodrigo Blankenship to attempt a 51-yard field goal.
Hot Rod just slides it through.
Now it was Alabama's turn. All they needed was a touchdown to take home the national championship.
Tagovailoa dancing around, circling back, dropped! A disastrous first down play. Devin Bellamy got it back at the 42. Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins! Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
The parallels between this game and the 2007 game between these two are pretty insane. Both games ended on a missed field goal and went into overtime with the game tied at 20. Then the team that started overtime kicked a field goal before the second team won it with a touchdown in the left corner of the end zone. Pretty fascinating stuff. These two would rematch just 1 year later in the SEC Championship with a spot in the college football playoff on the line. This was a classic back and forth game, and Georgia seemed to have the upper hand for most of the contest.
Down and 3 at the 9. Swift trying to pick his way inside to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Everybody in tight.
Oh, he's wide open.
From to Swift. Swift to the end zone. Touchdown. Goal. Jacobs is the guy that got him down there. And he lost the ball going in. Wait a minute. It's a touchback. He lost the football.
Review. The ball was fumbled by Alabama and recovered by Alabama for a touchdown for Alabama.
It goes a 1 yard touchdown.
And that's why we have instant replay right there. And when you and I first started doing this, we would have just had to live with it being a touchback and not a touchdown. But they got it right.
From the 23. Looks right, goes right to the end zone. Did he catch it? He did. Touchdown. Riley Ridley. Alabama is showing some pressure. They bring it off the corner. Fromm throws down the middle. Isaac Nauta. Nauta still running. All the way to the 20. For Georgia. Up and wide left. He missed it. Tagovailoa throws complete. Waddle in full stride. Jalen Waddle gone. Touchdown Alabama.
Early in the fourth quarter, Tua Tagovailoa would get knocked out of the game with an ankle injury, but Alabama had nothing to worry about, because just as Tua was ready to come in for Jalen a year prior, Jalen was ready to come in for Tua.
Hurts. Sets his feet, now starts to use his feet. Throws on the run. Touchdown, Judy. It's the foot of Jake Camarda. And it's a fake. Justin Fields.
Oh my gosh. It was 4th and 11. Remember, they missed it and went to overtime.
Just inside the 16, quarterback draw. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown. Georgia fans hoping for a prayer.
It'll be a 3-man rush.
And it'll be Terry Godwin to the left, Riley Ridley,
and all
Holloman,
the way,
and Hardman to the right.
And all the way back back. It's Mac Wilson. He's the last player, the last defender, the middle linebacker.
And the last play of the game. Fromm's in trouble. Can he even get a pass away? Loads. Goes to the end zone. Jump ball. Incomplete, and Alabama has won it.
These two found themselves facing off in the national championship game once again. Georgia and Alabama had actually played each other earlier in the season in the SEC Championship, and Alabama had won in convincing fashion, 41-24. Despite this fact, Georgia was still the betting favorite going into this game, in large part due to their impressive scores against common opponents. The 2021 Bulldogs really were that dominant, but could they get it done in the big game? History certainly wasn't convinced. This game was a tough defensive battle through most of the first 3 quarters, with the only scores coming from field goals. Late in the third, Georgia would finally get the game's first touchdown.
Reliable Reichard tries to make it 4 for 4 tonight, but it's blocked. The Dogs are very good at blocking field goals. That's the 3rd this season. Cook makes a cut. He's got blazing speed. James Cook in a foot race. Can the Tide track him down? They finally get him inside the 15.
He's over on the left side.
And Zeus White muscles in the first touchdown of this championship game.
Alabama would get a break early in the 4th. A play that looked to be an incomplete pass was actually ruled a fumble and a recovery by Alabama. Incredibly, the Alabama player that recovered it did not seem to think it was a live ball, and his foot just happened to be in bounds. This gave Alabama great field position, and they made sure to take advantage of it.
Pressure. Young. Touchdown! On the run, he found Latu. Tide's first touchdown, and Alabama reclaims the lead.
The fate of the Dogs now fell on the shoulders of Stetson Bennett. Fortunately for Georgia, the walk-on always seemed to show up in the biggest moments.
For a pretty good blocking tight end, Fitzpatrick. Now another flag. Bennett launching. Mitchell. Caught it. Touchdown, Georgia!
Stretches out, comes up short.
I don't like this spot at all. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to throw for it. Bowers has got it. He's got a blocker. Touchdown, Georgia. Biggest 3rd down in Bryce Young's career. He needs 10. Play clock at 4. From the pocket. Launching downfield. Underthrown and intercepted. Keely Ringo has an escort down the sidelines. All the way to the end zone. And Georgia is going to conquer the Crimson Tide. Georgia on the mountaintop. Demons be gone, and the drought is over.
Georgia had finally done it. They had won their first national championship since 1980 and had snapped a 7-game losing streak to Alabama that had featured 4 championship games. In the latest installment of this great rivalry, Georgia and Alabama would face off in the 2023 SEC Championship. Georgia was riding high off back-to-back national titles and was looking to make it a three-peat. As per usual, the winner of this game would get a spot in the college football playoff.
Kendall Milton, little hesitation, and then explosion. Touchdown, Georgia. He got Milroe again, a wide snap. He's got a wheel route to Jam Miller. Touchdown, Alabama.
Late in the first half, Alabama completed a pass to convert a 4th down. For some reason, the refs did not review this play, and if they had, they would have clearly seen that the pass was incomplete, which would have been a turnover on downs. Instead, Alabama scored a touchdown to take a 17-7 lead into the locker room.
Under a minute. Milroe scans the field to the end zone, and it's caught. Jermaine Burton, touchdown, Alabama. Rosalie Jack Saint will come in and join the group in tight. They're going to come with the end around, and the ball is out. I think Georgia, no, Alabama's got it. Tresman Marshall. And a kick from 27 is good. Beck throws. McConkey at the 1.
Play action pass, nobody defend.
Quarterback sneak, touchdown.
Go fast.
Nope. Handoff. No, I don't know about that one either.
I thought he got in late.
He did. Touchdown. As the only receiver. Second man through is Kendall Milton for the touchdown.
They had their heavy offense in there that time.
And now Bond, his favorite guy, on the move. And he's going to run it, and he's going to come up big. Jalen Milroe. And he wisely hits the deck.
Alabama would use Milroe's legs to run down the rest of the clock. On the final first down run, the ball would be punched out, but Milroe would fall on it, and Alabama would get their 4th SEC championship win over Georgia, while simultaneously knocking them out of the college football playoff.
They are 12-1. They're perfect against Georgia in SEC championship games. So is Nick Saban over Kirby Smart in those battles that have been epic, and they are the Crimson Tide.
Well, that's all I've got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this in the future, hit that subscribe button down below.